Yan. So I will introduce my guest now. Ayoko magpatagal because I'm so excited. Matagal ko na siya hindi nakikita. Actually, I miss this dude. Like I said, he's a long-time friend of mine. Proud ako sa kanya because hindi lang siya rider. He's a hardworking restaurant manager as well. Okay, so hindi ko na patatagalin. I'd like to welcome to my radio show, June Babar. Hi, Bess. Hello. Hi. Hi, Bess.
Hi.
There. Hi.
Hello. Afternoon.
Long time no see and welcome to Blade Boto.
Thank you. Nice. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course naman, Bess, you know, I miss you kasi big time ka na eh. Babiyahe-biyahe na abroad eh. Dati dito lang tayo sa tabi-tabi. Ngayon, you're around the world already eh. So, buti na lang natsambahan kita that you're here, back home. And I hope everything is okay with you.
Yes. Well,
this pandemic, yeah.
Yes. Everything's okay so far.
That's good. That's good. So, June, kwento mo naman sa amin, like, paano ka naging rider? I mean, were you a rider first before you became a restaurant manager, or nauna muna ang career mo as a restaurant manager bago ka naging rider?
Okay. Well, my love for riding was far back, you know, when I was very young. But my father did not allow me because, you know, there are safety reasons, sabi niya. He's an OFW. Kaya medyo hindi niya feel na ay nagmomotor ko nang wala siya. Because, you know, I don't know, father reasons. Anyway, mainly, I did my riding because my transport for work. So medyo sabayan nung nagsimula ako mag-work. That's what I use for transportation. I started with the smaller bikes, mga 150cc, and medyo hindi ko nagustuhan dahil, you know, yung mga bigger vehicles medyo hindi type na nandyan yung motor na kumukuha ng lane nila. So, I got into bigger bikes after that, mga 400cc.
Yeah.
So, halos sabay ang career at ang pagmumotor ko.
And nung nagmotor ka, di nalagot ka sa daddy mo because as what you said earlier, your dad didn't want you to ride motorcycles.
Well, no, not really. Because when I started doing that, medyo, I could control my life na. So, sabi sa kanya, chill ka lang. Ako na nasunod.
Okay. Okay. Tapos, okay, so you got into riding. Yes, actually, I met you. Because we met in Barok's shop, di ba? If I'm not mistaken, the first time nagkita tayo. So that time I met you, ang alam ko, you were already working for restaurants. I believe, hotels pa nga yun eh. Di ba? During that time?
Yes. When we met, I was working for, pwede ko bang sabihin?
Yeah, go ahead. Of course, go ahead.
Yung establishment? Yeah,
yes, go ahead.
I was working for the Peninsula Manila. I was working for one of the restaurants there.
Right.
And yun nga, dahil transport ko for work, and kailangan kong magpa-maintain, magpagawa. So I was looking for a shop that's near around Makati because I have to leave the bike while it's being repaired and I go to work and I pick it up after. So yun, that's where we first met nga.
Right, diba? Of all places pa sa talyer ng motorsiklo. And so you're saying, June, na malaki talagang bagay, malaking bagay talaga ang motorcycle as a mode of transportation going to work.
Yes, very convenient, very efficient, cost efficient, at saka,
Mhm.
of course, if you're handling, bigger bike, medyo, mas safe. Kumbaga, contrary to what other people think na delikado, no, actually much safer handling a bigger bike.
Mhm. Yeah. Actually nga, we want to, matagal ko na rin inaano to the public kasi of course, well, we cannot blame certain people who are afraid of riding motorcycles. Lalo na yung mga parents dyan na ayaw payagan ng mga anak nila. Yun nga, of course, that's the fear. Normal lang yun po. Pero we also wanna make it a point na hindi po ang motorsiklo ang delikado because ang motorsiklo po ay kinokontrol ng tao. Ang motorsiklo hindi naman gagalaw yan kung hindi tao nagpapaandar, di ba? So you shouldn't fear the motorcycle. It's actually the anong capability ng isang tao, or how responsible is this person to be if he's capable of driving or operating a motorcycle or not. That's usually pinapalabas ko all the time. Kasi yun nga nakakaano kasi nasasabihin, delikado ang motor. Wala naman ginagawa yung motor sa atin, di ba?
Yes, it's always
Yeah.
the user, it's always the handler who has the responsibility to be safe, always defensive driving, knowing the laws of traffic, knowing the responsibility of handling a vehicle, no matter what size. Kasi sabihin mo, look at the stats, no? Medyo hindi malayo ang accidents of sedans or regular size four-wheel vehicles than the
Yeah.
smaller motorcycles, because
Mhm.
it's the handler. I believe ang mga driving school natin should have more power into
Mhm.
getting people the education that they need to
Yes.
have before
Mhm.
handling a vehicle. Also with bigger responsibilities out of government agencies, but for an individual,
Mhm.
sasakay ka man ng kotse, magdadrive ka, or sasakay ka ng mag-ride ka sa motor, both have equal shared responsibilities. Kasi it's
Right.
the same road, you're subject to the same physics, you're subject to the same traffic. If
Yeah.
you're responsible enough, hindi lang naman yung mga motor ang mga sumisingit, meron din yung mga kotse, meron pa nga mga
Mhm.
trucks. So you can hear of big trucks and buses getting into accidents because, bottom line, again, it's the most
Correct.
of the part, it's the handler or the rider or the driver.
Correct. That's right, June. Of course, we have a few here messages na nag-agree sa ating there. Of course, from Miss Mary Ann De Jesus, thank you very much for watching. And if you can see, June, may mga messages para sa atin, and they agree with our opinion about the ang motorcycle, yung motorsiklo mismo ang hindi delikado. There. So you can read it, diba, June? You can see the messages.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Yun. So thank you very much for agreeing with us, Miss Mary Ann. Thank you. And actually, meron pa siyang yeah. Oh, Miss Jamaica. Nice name. Miss Jamaica Martinez. Very convenient daw, June. She agrees with you also na convenient magmotor going to work. And ayun, June. Agree tayo dito with Miss Mary Ann's message.
Yes. Oh,
Definitely.
Yes. Correct. Yes. Correct. It's always sa mga headline ng news, sa mga balita, parating at the end of it, mas malaking emphasis ng reporter is lasing. Parating ganun.
I know, right?
If you notice.
I know, right? I wonder sometimes, honestly, parang, ano bang feeling na riding while being intoxicated with alcohol? Parang,
Okay, the effects of alcohol, it doubles whatever you're feeling. So, for example, wag mo nang riding. Yung, halimbawa, you're sad, uminom ka, nalasing ka, at then at some point in time, your sadness will double. So medyo iiyak ka or mararant ka to whoever you're with na nagiinom ka. Ganon. At the same time, if you're happy, mas masaya ka, mas marami kang kwento, babangka ka in conversation. Pagdating naman sa riding, if you ride normally, if under normal conditions, medyo masaya kasi the feel of the wind and the elements out, especially pag the traffic is clear, medyo you can get up to the normal speed limit, nakakataas ng adrenaline. Ganun na mangyayari pag nakainom ka, tataas ang adrenaline mo, mas gugustuhin mong pigain ng pigain patel because nakainom ka nga, and your sensation kumbaga about it is doubled or heightened. So yun, mostly hindi maganda ang kinalalabasan.
Parang yung mga nakakainom minsan, I think it gives them ano yan? Parang extra tapang.
King of the world.
I know, right? Tapos June, ayan, meron pa tayong from, is this Miss? Must be, no? Miss Rochelle Mateo. So, agree rin siya sa atin na do not drink and ride. Ayun, no? Kasi daw, may mga, of course, nagmamahal sa atin na naghihintay sa bahay, no? Para makauwi tayo safe sa bahay.
Yes.
We thank you for agreeing with us also, Miss Rochelle. Salamat po. Okay, so June, no? Okay, so eto na. As ang career mo bilang isang restaurant manager. So yeah, of course, we've been friends for quite a while. You have been aside from working in hotels, you have also been working in private, of course, other restaurants, no, by well-known. Anong pa nga ang alam ko, you even worked for a restaurant of a celebrity.
Yeah, I work standalone restaurants, usually the opening team, and yun nga, restaurants inside hotels, we call it outlets pagdating doon. We don't usually call it restaurants, outlets. Tapos standalone restaurants, mga concept team restaurants, ganyan. So yeah, mostly medyo people who have gustong mag-diversify ng kanilang business, ang tatayo ng mga restaurants, and they get experienced people in opening this establishments to establish the procedures, SOPs, ganyan. Medyo I've worked for a few of them.
And I remembered, Best, that nagkita pa nga tayo sa Boracay, di ba? You were also working in one of the restaurants in that beach.
Yeah, that's right. I was working for one of the hotels there. Actually, I was the property opened its second hotel in Boracay, and they get people from Manila to help them with, or mostly the managerial supervisor position, mostly from Manila. So yeah, I was working for Astoria in Boracay, the second property, the hotel Parent. I was working the food and beverage there, and we met there.
So June, no, how did you get into this career as a restaurant manager? Like, Mahilig ka ba sa food? Mahilig ka ba sa drinks? Or are you planning to sometime in the future have your own restaurant? Kasi ang tagal mo na in this career as a restaurant manager.
Well, I started. That's a funny story. When I started working, if you remember yung mga pagers years back, yung
Yeah.
Easy Call and Pocket Bell. Remember that? So,
Yep.
I worked for Easy Call before. So medyo, telephone operator, ganyan yung setup. And I was always having a hard time pag lunchtime na, pagkainan na. Kasi medyo, hindi ko type yung mga selection from the canteen or cafeteria. I don't remember. Anyway, so my cousin, my second cousin, told me that there's a restaurant opening and he was working for the chain. No? Mayroon daw first franchise na mag-open kung gusto ko. So I applied. I got in as assistant manager. So yun na, that started it. Dahil ayoko yung mga food na ino-offer dun sa cafeteria. So I started working for the first franchise of Racks
Okay.
in Katipunan.
Yeah.
Yun. So that's where I started. Everything else after that would be restaurants and hotel outlets and restaurants. I didn't plan it.
Pero,
It just happened.
and yun na nga. So what happened was, tinuloy mo eh. Tuloy-tuloy ang pagka-manager mo sa mga restaurants until there was one time nagulat na lang ako that, hey, you're abroad. Parang nag-level up ka. Suddenly, you were going international. So, why? All of a sudden, from local, nag-international ka na.
Well, it's basically an opportunity. Every job that I had, there was a time I was opening restaurants one after another. I was part of the pre-opening team. I'd open one restaurant, and one of the the customers there would come in and have the experience, and try to pull me on the side and say, "Oy, mag-open ako restaurant, baka gusto mo kunin kita." So that
Pinapirate
happened,
ka.
and then yes, yeah, that's a word for it. Tapos, then, answering your previous question, no, I don't want to open a restaurant because I've experienced, I've experienced it. So no, I don't want it. I'll open something else. Anyway, so, until opportunity came and, the economy and, my daughters are, growing. So medyo I had to look for, aside from my personal advancement, syempre, the benefits that come with that. So medyo
Yes.
kinuha ko yung, I have a friend working for one of the agents who are deploying OFWs. It's a cruise line. So, I got in there. Actually, hindi na niya ako in-interview since we know each other way back 1990s pa. So, I got in and I worked for a cruise line since like 3 years ago.
Yeah. And what's this? How long usually? Because like I said, bigla ka nawala. Next thing I knew, you're here in this country, in this country, in this country. Like, what's the travel? I don't know if the term is travel time. No, like how long? Like for example, you, where do you go? Like, because you were working already in what they call it, the boat. So parang how long are you abroad before you come back here to the Philippines? Yung mga ganong klaseng trabaho.
Okay. For us Filipinos, usually we're given 8 months. Tapos, minsan na-extend yan for, for a few weeks or minsan 9 months pa.
Mhm.
That's the contract given to us. The other nationalities, they are given shorter, mga 6 months lang. 6, 7 months. So, usually that's the time that we're away. Tapos, when the contract finishes, that would be considered our day off. So we have 3 or 4 months of day offs continuous, and then we're given another contract to fulfill, which is the same duration.
I see. So during the talagang during the how do you call this, 8 months, as in walang uwian, 8 months you are abroad, 8 months you're in the boat.
Yes, we are given accommodations doon sa we have our own cabins. So that's where basically we live. That's where we eat. That's where we work. Pag nag-dock ang ship, for example, bababa yung mga pasahero in a destination, and we have the opportunity to do that as well. Pwede rin kaming if we're on duty. We are given enough hours na to do the same thing as the passengers there, experience the country, experience the island, usually islands. So, buy a few stuff. Minsan, the necessary items we need, diba? Naubusan ka ng deodorant o baka pag
Yeah.
nag-dock o
Right.
baka bili ka
Yeah.
ng items mo. So, yeah. Usually, we look for Filipino stores. Kasi abroad, sobrang dami. Anywhere we go, there's always a Filipino store. So,
Wow.
kahit hindi run by Filipinos, there are locals there, na foreigners, of course. They open Filipino stores because they know, lalo na pag route ng mga cruise ships, kahit anong cruise ships, napakaraming Pinoy na marino. So, they open there. Tapos, mga brands natin dito, ang nanam, because that's what, you're accustomed to here, yun din ang bibilin mo abroad. So, like me, I have a favorite coffee. Anywhere in the island, in the Caribbean, pag may Filipino store, nandun yung brand na 3-in-1 coffee na gusto ko.
Wow.
So, hindi ako nauubusan na kayo ako lang kami sa kabina.
So bale habang during travel, no, habang you're out of the country, so parang hindi mo rin nami-miss ang hindi, parang hindi ka na, you don't miss what's missing kasi nandyan eh in every country. Sabi mo lahat ng kailangan ng Filipino products nandyan lahat. So hindi pala nakakamiss pag nasa abroad ka.
Yes, hindi masyado. Especially now. That's why these are one of the considerations that I took. Kaya I got the job. Kasi like 10 years back, medyo hindi ganito yung situation. Hindi masyadong kalat, ang Filipino products. Our connection ay hindi rin masyado like right now. So if I'm in my cabin, I can just may internet, may sariling internet ang barko. So, I can connect to the internet. Medyo pricey nga lang. But I can connect to the internet and connect to my family here, to my children, and see what's going on.
Yes.
Meron din akong nilagay na security camera in the house. So, kung wala man akong makausap because they're asleep, because of the time difference, I can look at the inside of the house and I see what's going on. Nakita ko kung hindi naligpit yung dining table, example. Makikita ko yun. So medyo mas maganda ngayon. That's why I took the opportunity here.
Bantay sarado rin palang mga anak mo, no, even while you're abroad.
Yeah. Well, I have 3 daughters, so medyo
Yeah. Exactly. Kailangan talaga bantayan ng daddy.
Me, my brothers, my siblings, puro kami lalaki. Binaban kami ni my dad din. So, all the more dahil puro ladies.
Girls.
Hindi na nga girls ang
Yes.
tawag ko, ladies na dito sa bahay.
Ladies na. I know. Tapos June, ano naman yung feeling na, yun nga eh, kasi I know you're very close to your children. Tapos all of a sudden, tinanggap mo itong trabaho to work abroad. So parang, hindi mo ba naisip yan na parang, oh my God, you'll be far away, matagal na it will be quite a while bago makakabalik ka na naman to be with your family. Di ba parang, paano mo na yun, na to make that kind of decision?
Okay, so I started doing that medyo older na yung mga kids ko. They're not young. Kaya madali na silang makausap. They understand the situation and really, they have their own lives. Meron na silang, they have their own circle, they have their own thing to do. Kaya hindi masyadong mahirap for us to be apart because they know the purpose of that anyway. I speak to them beforehand. And before that nga, there are sometimes in the dining table, there are times mag-uusap. Oh, what if they call me papi? What if you work abroad? What if you ganyan, dadalhin mo ba kami? Kukunin mo kami? They actually welcome the idea.
Okay. Although if it was earlier, I mean the opportunity to work abroad when they were still younger, hindi mo kaya. Hindi mo kaya iwanan mga anak mo.
Yes, I can. I did not actually. There were opportunities. Even this one, the same opportunity that I took, meron na yan years ago. Pero hindi ko kinuha because they were younger. Pero, you know, time flew by so fast. Kaya, rest is history.
Pero, how about naman sa yun nga, nag-abroad ka, matagal ka abroad. Hindi mo ba nami-miss mag-ride nung nasa abroad ka?
Oh my God. Of course, I did. I do every time. Tapos, there is one of the islands that I forget the name. Meron siya offer sa mga tourists na riding. Yan, motorcycle at saka yung ATV. They offer it. Siyempre, kinagat ko agad yung motorcycle. I tried. Nagulat yung mga guest ko dun sa barko, nakita ako yung nakainan ko pa sila. Kasi they lined up also. Hindi naman talaga ako pila. But, medyo limited yung time ko outside. So, I had to experience it. Hindi nga ako sanay dahil off-road. So, medyo, lang din, I got to experience it. So, yeah, I miss it every time.
I know. I miss riding with you also.
Oo nga, ang tagal na hindi nakapag-ride, no?
Oo nga, super tagal. Tapos June, kwentuhan mo naman kami, maybe to give awareness to the public na of course, ang trabaho mo hindi ganun kadali eh. Being a restaurant manager, di ba? You normally take care of course, what's happening in the establishment. At the same time, you give orders, di ba, to your how do you call this? Yung mga the waiters, for example, di ba?
Staff.
Parang yes, the staff.
The staff, the rest of the staff.
Yes. And ang kasi for me gusto ko malaman or maybe pwede mo kami pagkwentuhan na how do you manage as a restaurant manager you keep things in order or like for example how do you deal with customers na maangas, mga demanding, yung mga complaints nila? How do you manage to tolerate all this?
It was a very painful learning process. Managing a restaurant, like in any other business, is the act of balancing. You know, you have to balance everything. Since every business, including restaurants, is OPM. You know, it's not the music. Other people's money. So the balancing of the faculties that you have, yung the physical factors and the relationship factors sa mga staff mo to the clients, to the owners, you have to learn to balance it para it's beneficial to everybody. Being a manager is not, you know, like I'm the boss. Well, I'd like to think, but unfortunately, it's not. It's giving out uh, instructions to the staff. It's anticipating complaints, especially complaints. You have to anticipate before it happens, so you can act on it right away. Meron ka nang manggagawa before it happens. And unfortunately, it doesn't turn out like that all the time. It happens. Merong mga customers that are honestly complaining, and there are rowdy customers then, not just, you know, just to complain. Usually, it's value for money. Most of the time, most of the complaints, value for money. They are not getting the value of what they're paying for. So you take that away from them. The purchasing power nila, papalakihin mo. Like, okay, you don't have to pay for whatever you're complaining for. Give me a chance again to make it up to you. Somehow, pwedeng I can give you something else right now, or let me invite you again to give you another, you know, experience that I hope it will be wonderful. And most of the time, syempre, you work with somebody in the kitchen who's the head honcho. Kumbaga, sila ang for them, it is art. For outside the dining, outside the kitchen is service. So it's a balancing act of everything around you. Most importantly, the bottom line. So the imagine a circle divided in 3 parts. One part of it goes to the owners, or the man, or, you know, whoever owns the property or the restaurant. So you know, you have to protect that, kasi without that, everything else pwedeng, you know, magsara restaurant, mabawasan yung staff, mabawasan yung quality ng food that you're offering. So you know, it's balancing all of these items. I might be missing a few, but mostly it's a balancing act.
Yeah. Okay. No. Pinakita ng technician one of your pictures with a celebrity. Di ba? Mga bladers, yan ang itsura ni June kapag, paano ba? Kapag on duty. Pag off duty, long hair. Pero guys, ganyan ang itsura ni June pag on duty. Mukhang tao. Okay, June, kwento mo sa amin this celebrity boss of yours.
Yeah. Okay, see, this is Chef Luigi. This is Chef Luigi Mulak. I work with him in one of the hotels sa Tagaytay. This setup, kaya kami nasa labas because we're going to use the parking lot as a venue, the event, one of the event that was going on. So, you know, we surveyed the parking lot kung saan, you know, pupwesto ang, it's gonna be a buffet style kasi, where the buffet line would be, the dining area would be, and all the, you know, all the supporting stations. That's why we were outside. You know, he was a chef of the restaurant there. So the restaurant serves, of course, it's open to the public. It's open to the nagstay sa hotel. Tapos we serve this breakfast as well. So siya yung chef doon.
Ayan. And
Very,
for the
very
information,
nice, funny guy.
Yes,
Always,
okay.
always
Sa mga bladers na hindi nakakakilala kay Chef Luigi Mulak, ang parents po niya ay very multi-awarded artistas. Si Janice de Belen and Aga Mulak. Yan. So there. And ito, I think
That's
June,
right.
is this Boracay?
Yes, that's Boracay. That's a shot
Mhm.
of the beachfront. Yeah,
Yan. Yeah, that's the time I think we met up in
medyo payat pa
Boracay.
naman.
Oo nga eh, payat pa tayo back then nung
Yeah,
nagbo-Boracay
that's the time.
tayo. Oo, nag-photoshoot pa kami ni June eh.
Yeah,
Medyo, how I will not forget that
yeah,
photoshoot. Hmm. Okay, so ito naman, where is this June?
Oh, this is in the back office of this is Belmont Hotel, I think. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
Belmont Hotel here in Resorts World Complex. So that's the
Okay.
back office. Nagpa-plan kami ni chef because
Mhm.
medyo pag tumataas yung food cost ng kitchen, medyo we have to work on it to have it in line.
Oh.
Kung hindi kayang in line, pababain pa.
So you mean you as a restaurant manager, you also take charge of the budget?
Well, not really take charge. I am involved because
Okay.
mainly input from the customer comes from me or from
Mhm.
whoever the one working outside is. So that's the what we participate in for the meeting with the chef.
Mhm.
We look at the figures. Pag mataas ang food cost, we have to bring it down. So there are
Mhm.
considerations that we need to do, the items na kailangan tanggalin sa menu, or some vendors na kailangan palitan so we can get
Mhm.
either lower high quality products from them. So yun.
So, yan, I
This
see a
is
picture right now, parang nagbi-meeting. Mukhang crucial meeting to ah. Mukhang budget meeting ah.
yeah, you'd think that, no, but actually this is an interview of for magazine. I forgot
Oh,
which one.
I
um
see.
the restaurant just opened, and of course we were doing our promotions. So uh, it's this is a write up
I
of the
see.
restaurant from one of the magazines. So we had
Nice.
the our guest experience, because that's what she was going to write. Yeah,
I see. Wow, ikaw ang spokesperson pala. Ayun, no? There's June on
yeah.
duty.
Well, usually,
There's June on duty. I think,
yeah.
ano ba
That's
to?
in one of the ships on the ships
Ah, that's in
abroad.
the ship. Oh, nice. Japanese restaurant sa ship.
Yeah,
Nice, nice.
yeah. That's in the ship. Yeah, yeah. That's
Nice.
Japanese chefs in the ship.
And
So
ito,
medyo lumalapit ako sa chef.
mhm.
Oh,
And this
this is in
one,
one of the islands na
okay.
property nung the cruise line company. They bought an island in the Caribbean.
Wow.
So that's one of the destinations nung one of some of their ships. So we are in our outdoor gear. Yun yung mga suot namin. So we serve
Mhm.
them out there.
Wow, galing, galing.
And of course, since bawal sa amin magdala ng cellphone, I
Okay.
cannot take picture with anybody else, but pasensya na po kung selfie.
Panay- I saw some shout outs. I think we have some messages that mga bladers na who admire you being for sharing your story. I saw it kanina. Hanapin lang ng technician that message. I saw it earlier. Ayun, June, yan.
Thank you, thank you.
Mm. So, o di ba June? Inspiring. Yan, June. Galing, no?
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you to all the viewers.
Yun. So June, if ever, when are you traveling again? What is there already a specific ano? Now that hindi na tayo lockdown, medyo
Oh,
lumuwag-luwag na yung ano. So when's your next overseas travel again?
okay, my next one would be land-based na. It won't be on a cruise ship, but it will be
Mhm.
abroad. Should have been April 7, uh, last month, but unfortunately, yung result ng COVID test ko is positive pa rin. So, I had COVID last March. So, I
Oh.
battled it out, and I
Uh-huh.
got better. Nawala yung symptoms. So, unfortunately, yung ticket,
Mhm.
yun, I tested positive. So, hindi ako natuloy. We're gonna try again next week. So, hopefully, magpapatest ulit ako. Hopefully, it's negative na.
Yeah, and I of course wish you speedy recovery and hopefully you get well soon also para yun nga, sana nga mag-negative para makatrabaho ka na ulit. And we are down to our last few
Hopefully.
minutes, June. I hope na we can invite you again or maybe sana while you're abroad, makaka-online ka so you can make kwento also what's happening to you. Of course, and our fellow Filipinos na OFW abroad. Kaya June, can you please share a inspiring message to our bladers na nanonood sa atin na yon. And of course, motorcycle safety tips.
Okay. Well, for all the viewers, what this will pass, whatever this is. From history itself, marami ng pandemic na dumaan sa buong mundo, and they have passed. Although merong hindi magandang result, but at the end of it, we are stronger, we are better, we are wiser. Tapos
Mhm.
for all the riders naman, remember, safety is the key. Not just your safety, but everybody else. Kasi you are responsible for your driving, your handling of the vehicle, but also your awareness will give you an edge. You're not just looking ahead, you're aware of your surroundings, what's on both your sides and what's behind you.
Mhm.
I was riding, I always wear a vest with reflectorized stickers. So,
Yes.
maraming nagsasabi na pang forma, pang pogi points. Actually, that's not true. If that could be an effect, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is basically for you to be visible, especially at night. It's for the other drivers, the other
Yeah.
vehicles, para makita ka, they'll be aware of you. Kasi if especially the smaller bikes, mas mabilis yon because they have smaller configuration.
Mhm.
Kaya
Yes.
mas mabilis sila ma-accelerate kasi mas mabilis sila, mas mabilis. So it's always, you need to be considerate of the other person, the other driver, the pedestrian, um, I don't know, animals crossing the street. You have to be considerate of them also. Do not overtake on the right side because the right side is usually for parking and standby. Right side of the
Mhm.
road. Kasi ang dami kong nakikita nag-overtake on the right side and then may nakapark pala. So they always get into an accident. So know the rules, know the road rules, know the traffic rules. Sa road makikita mo there's a paint na straight, dire-diretso, mahaba. Know what that is? Yung paint na yan, minsan nagiging napuputol-putol. Tapos that paint would become three minsan. So, simple things like that, you have to know kung kailan ka permitted to make a maneuver na gusto mong gawin. So it's not always throttle. Use the brake, use the mirrors, and most of all, use your brain.
Yun. So thank you very much, June, for those your inspiring message and motorcycle safety tips. And like I said, sana may invite ko ulit ikaw in the future. Sana I get to see you also before your next
Yes.
before your next travel. Good luck sa iyong career. Baka by tomorrow, ano ka na? Paano ba? Super sikat, big time, ano ka na? Baka makalimutan mo ako.
Well, well, thank you for having me here. And I miss you very much. I miss our rides. I miss our hangouts. Sana, let's see if the opportunity permits. I will see you before I leave.
Yun. So yan, Bladers, take note. Ang mga ating OFWs, yan ang bayani ng natin, ng Pilipinas. So please, respetuhin natin ang ating mga OFW. Actually, nagpapakahirap sila working abroad, hindi lang para sa pamilya nila, pati sa economy, sorry, it's for also the economy of our country. Ay nako, grabe, ang pagtagalog talaga, medyo pasensya na. But there, I hope you get the message, no? Itong mga OFW natin, saludo ako sa inyo. So June, I shall see you soon. Thank you very much. And